What if the secret to a long, healthy life was simpler than you ever imagined? Discover how the Japanese sustain vitality well into their golden years, not just through exercise, but by embracing a holistic lifestyle that balances living, nurtures emotional peace, and encourages mindful eating. These age-old practices could be your gateway to a happier, healthier future. Let's explore a fascinating insight from the year 2020. According to the World Health Organization, among its 48 major member countries, Japanese women held the top spot in average life expectancy, while Japanese men ranked a close second. Switzerland boasts the highest life expectancy for men, averaging 81.9 years. It's commonly believed, especially among health enthusiasts, that regular physical activity is a cornerstone of long-term health. However, a surprising report from the World Health Organization reveals that Japan, one of the least physically active nations globally, still ranks highest in life expectancy. This apparent contradiction has puzzled many experts. Digging deeper, researchers have discovered that although exercise isn't a priority for many Japanese, their dietary practices and lifestyle habits are highly disciplined and scientifically grounded, contributing significantly to the longevity of their elderly population. A prime example is Shao Asawa, who lived to 117 years old. The key aspects of Japanese longevity can be summarized in the following points. Avoiding anger. There's a saying, "Great anger damages the body," highlighting that a bad temper can be a major threat to health. One of the best ways to preserve health is to stay calm. I know an elderly woman in her 80s who is always cheerful. No matter what life throws at her, even if someone says something hurtful or an embarrassing situation arises, she never loses her temper. Instead, she resolves issues calmly. She enjoys making TikTok videos with her daughter or joining neighbors for group dancing in her free time. Perhaps due to her positive attitude, she has never experienced any major health issues. Everyone faces challenges in life, but truly wise individuals, regardless of the difficulties they encounter, maintain their composure. They understand that many physical ailments are actually the result of unresolved emotional stress. Maintaining emotional equilibrium is the biggest secret to longevity because a calm heart is the foundation for a long life. Avoiding prolonged sitting. The World Health Organization recently updated its data, showing that people who sit for long periods have a 263% higher risk of death compared to those who move around more. The dangers of prolonged sitting are often invisible until it's too late. It's shocking how many health issues can be triggered simply by sitting too long. I recall a story about a young journalist, once vibrant and full of life. After she sprained her foot and was forced to remain stationary for several days, she suddenly fell into a coma. Tragically, she never woke up. The hospital later confirmed that she had died from a pulmonary embolism caused by extended immobility. Prolonged sitting is also linked to other conditions such as hemorrhoids, constipation, cervical spondylosis, coronary heart disease, and varicose veins. Every cell in our body suffers when we sit too long, so if you aspire to live a long life, make sure to move regularly. Don't let your body remain still for extended periods. Prioritizing. Sleep. More and more people today find themselves struggling with weight gain, dull skin, and a decline in mental sharpness. A Nobel Prize-winning study once pointed out that staying up late is closely associated with hypertension, obesity, Alzheimer's disease, cancer, and more. If you aim for longevity, learning to resist the temptation to stay up late is crucial. A well-known blogger, Vinny, once shared that his long habit of staying up late led to the discovery of fibromas in his breast, a reduction in his thyroid function, and cloudiness in his eyes. It was only after he returned to a normal sleep pattern that his health began to recover. Many of us have been in that situation, trying to make the most of every moment, whether by working hard or indulging in leisure activities. The short-term satisfaction often comes at the expense of long-term health. To maintain a healthy body, align your activities with the natural rhythm of day and night. Sleep well at night, and you'll find that not only do you look and feel better, but your immune system will also strengthen, protecting you from illnesses. Given Japan's mountainous terrain and limited natural resources, the Japanese have cultivated the habit of thoroughly chewing their food and eating at a leisurely pace. This practice ensures that food is broken down into tiny particles, making it easier to swallow and reducing strain on the digestive tract. It also aids in the efficient absorption of nutrients by the digestive system. As people age, their digestive and absorption abilities naturally decline, making it crucial to avoid rushing through meals, which can lead to gastrointestinal issues. By adopting the habit of chewing food thoroughly and eating slowly, individuals can enhance their chewing frequency, send positive signals to the brain, increase feelings of fullness, and regulate their food intake more effectively. Traditional Chinese medicine teaches that anger harms the liver, worry affects the lungs, and overthinking damages the spleen. Beyond anger, excessive worry and overthinking can have profound effects on the body. My friend Xia Fong, when she first started her career, was constantly worried about her relationships with colleagues and meeting the expectations of her superiors. Despite being busy, she never felt at ease. In just 3 months, she lost a significant amount of weight and began losing her hair. It wasn't until she sought help from a psychologist and learned to manage her worries that she slowly regained her peace of mind. Life is full of unexpected challenges, and many things are beyond our control. To live a long life, it's important to minimize worries, maintain an open mind, and release unnecessary stress. After all, no one can single-handedly bear the weight of the world. Instead, we should focus on what we can control, do our best, and learn to let go when needed. When you worry less and take more action, you'll discover that life is far more enjoyable than you ever imagined. In everyday life, particularly among the elderly in rural areas, the variety of ingredients available at mealtime is often limited, leading to nutritional gaps. The Japanese recognized this early and developed dietary guidelines that recommend consuming over 30 different types of food each day. Japanese scientists have found that those who follow these guidelines tend to live longer, ensuring they receive adequate nutrition and a broad spectrum of vitamins, which helps prevent various diseases. However, consistently eating such a wide variety of foods daily is no easy task. In addition to their diverse dishes, the Japanese also have a varied range of staple foods, which may be a response to the uneven distribution of land resources. Besides common staples like noodles and rice, they also consume legumes and tubers. While they may not use many ingredients per meal, they ensure that their diet provides ample nutrients, particularly from the abundant seafood available to them as a maritime nation. In contrast, many middle-aged and elderly people elsewhere have diets that lack variety. They eat fewer vegetables and consume limited amounts of meat, leading to nutritional deficiencies and an increased risk of various health problems. While the Japanese predominantly consume fish and seafood, offering a wide range of choices, Western diets tend to include more meat, such as pork, beef, and mutton, which are high in saturated fats. Excessive consumption of these meats can be detrimental to health, especially as living standards improve, but dietary habits do not. There's much to learn from the Japanese approach to dietary diversity in enriching one's nutritional intake. There's an age-old adage that says, "Illnesses enter through the mouth," emphasizing that many diseases stem from poor dietary choices and unclean eating habits. Eating mindfully and with purpose is one of the most effective ways for adults to maintain their health. When I first met Xia, he was overweight, and would become winded after just a few steps, feeling drained and lethargic without even exerting himself. This was largely due to his daily indulgence in junk food, whether from street vendors or snacks like potato chips and spicy sticks. One day, after consuming an extremely spicy hot pot, he found himself repeatedly rushing to the restroom. Later, he was diagnosed with acute gastroenteritis and had to be hospitalized for several days. This painful experience served as a wake-up call for Shia, prompting him to stop his reckless eating habits and start focusing on his health. Not only did he lose weight, but he also felt more energized and vibrant. Indeed, man is made of iron, but food is made of steel. If you don't nourish your body properly, you can't expect to think clearly, love deeply, rest well, or feel truly satisfied. It's not just about taking responsibility for your life, it's also about being responsible for your well-being. Carefully selecting your ingredients, learning to cook with intention, and eating in moderation and on time will not only feed your stomach, but also nurture your spirit. In today's fast-paced society, people often feel pressured to stay constantly busy, like spinning tops that never stop. Whether it's the relentless 996 work schedule or filling every spare moment with new activities, there's a pervasive belief that not being busy means wasting one's life. However, this mindset often leads to overwork and, in extreme cases, burnout or even death from exhaustion. Many people find themselves buried in their work before they've had a chance to truly enjoy life. En and Tin once shared a story about a time when Tin was managing an IPO project and a fixed tax audit simultaneously. She pushed herself beyond her limits, working the equivalent of 2 days' worth of tasks in just one. She would leave the office at 3 a.m., sleep at 4 a.m., and be back to checking emails by 9 a.m. Eventually, her body couldn't handle the strain, and she collapsed in an elevator. After regaining consciousness, she began to reevaluate her approach to work and realized that taking regular breaks is essential for sustainable progress. Overworking isn't a sign of productivity, it's a path to a dead end. Humans are not machines. We cannot function without rest. Learning to manage our workloads, giving our bodies the rest they need, is key to achieving long-term success and health. The Book of Yuah offers wise advice. Desires should not be indulged, ambition should not be satisfied, and wickedness should not be pursued. This serves as a reminder that we shouldn't overextend ourselves, constantly pushing our limits, nor should we indulge excessively in fleeting pleasures. Otherwise, we risk being consumed by our excesses. Recently, a girl permanently lost her sight due to this very issue. She had a habit of indulging in low-level pleasures and couldn't break free from the cycle. Whenever she had free time, she would scroll through social media or watch TikTok videos, even when her eyes were tired. One night, she suddenly lost her vision, and it was only then that she deeply regretted her choices. In contrast, truly healthy individuals understand the value of moderation. They don't let reckless indulgence or a surge of dopamine override their better judgment. Instead, they adjust their behavior in response to their physical and psychological needs in real time. This allows them to keep their bodies in optimal condition. In Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind, it's noted that choosing a lifestyle is choosing a way to die. So, if you want to live a long and fulfilling life and avoid the suffering of chronic illness, you must choose a lifestyle that promotes well-being. Don't let your emotions, desires, or laziness control you. Prioritize proper nutrition, restful sleep, balance in your activities, and peaceful living. Your body will respond in remarkable ways, and your life will be filled with unexpected joys. If these stories resonate with you and inspire you to take positive action, please comment 9. If not, Comment 0. Your feedback is invaluable to us. Thank you for taking the time to read.